how a legend get made. Blast off in a brave new world. Bring on the game, change thing, champs like big. I'm going hard cause I got to have much more. Hold tight, are you ready for the ride of your life?
Wach has been in this game a long, long time. He's been in with some of the very, very best. And as he says, at 43 years old, he's still got some ambition left. And he still feels more pertinently for tonight that he knows plenty, more than enough, to show Frazer Clarke a thing or two. We will find out over the course of the next half an hour or so.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, here is Frazer Clarke.
It's been a difficult few weeks for Frazer Clarke. The situation regarding the British title and Fabio Wardley was one which would have had him climbing the walls. But you can use these things as fuel for the fire. And Matt, there's never anything wrong with some good old-fashioned siege mentality.
Absolutely. He can gain a lot of power from that. I think he'd be really fired up, really motivated here, Frazer. Like I say, his pride will have been bruised, and he'll not only want to win here, but he'll want to win in impressive style.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening, scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control and brought to you by our headline partner, Bet365, and our official partners, Everlast, Wow Hydrate, Village Hotels, and Fast Line Steel Services. This bout is promoted by Ben Shalom and Boxer and brought to you live on Sky Sports. So, London, I need you all to get up out of your seats. Raise your drinks high and get wild! Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with red trim. He stands a towering 6 feet 7 and 1/2 inches tall. He weighed in at 20 stone, 11 pounds, 5 ounces. He comes to us with a professional record of 37 victories versus 9 defeats, with 20 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights out of Krakow, Poland, introducing the reigning Polish heavyweight champion, the Viking, Mariusz. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall. He weighed in at 19 stone, 4 pounds. He comes to us with a perfect, undefeated record of 6 victories, no defeats, with 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights out Trent, England. Introducing the former Olympic bronze medalist and the Commonwealth gold medalist. He is Big Frazer Clarke. Our referee in charge, Mark Bates.
Okay, gentlemen, listen, when I tell you to break, you take a step back immediately. Get your punches up, obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Good luck to you both, gents. Touch gloves.
So first 10 rounder for Frazer Clarke. That's what they had to get for him tonight, really, against a credible opponent, an opponent that people knew, whose record you could look at and see credentials, and that's absolutely the case with Wach at 43. His best days are behind him, we know that, but he's been in there with some of the very best names, challenging for multiple world titles against Vladimir Klitschko. Has only been stopped by the likes of Povetkin, Jarrell Miller, Martin Bakole, Arslanbek Makhmudov more recently. Frazer Clarke. I think the plan here will be to settle in for what could be a long job. Get that jab working, plant that jab, put the right hand off the back of it, build into the fight. Impose himself.
Yeah, and also his first time over 10 rounds, so you know, he wants to back these rounds, win the rounds, be dominant, be the boss, but also make sure that he's conserving a bit of energy, saving a bit, just in case this does go to 10.
Triple, quadruple jab a few seconds ago, then goes to the body with the left hand. That's exactly it, isn't it? He's got 30 minutes in there, potentially, but you can be aggressive, you can impose yourself, without burning energy, without going crazy. Big swinging right hand there from Clarke. Wach, though, had the glove up, took that one okay. Again, just working his way in with the jab, shortening up the right hand. It's been a good start. He looks in good shape. He's settled at around about 19-ish stone-wise, between 19 and 19 and a half, and he looks better and better every time we see him. The conditioning is just improving bit by bit.
Yeah, looking to target the body here with the straight right hand.
Good right hand there from Wach. Nice and loose. That one got through. That came in at nearly 21 stone, which is a good bit heavier than he was when he was at his best. Clarke looking to try and work that body. Final stages of round one. Again with the jab, taking his feet with him. Good first round there for Frazer Clarke.
I told you, yeah? This guy, the right hand over and the left foot is all he has. The jab, right hand over, left foot. Please switch on, yeah? The double jab is working. Finish with the right hand over, okay? And keep shooting down to the body. That was good. That was good. Bro, you see, he's on the way out, right? Just please be disciplined with the defense. That's all you need to do with this guy. He's already giving you the round. He doesn't want to fight. Can you see it? Okay, come on. Shape, definitely with the guard. And your
Fernandez in the corner there with Frazer Clarke. Those two have been together since he turned professional. And just telling him there that Wach really has just got that kind of right hand over the top, left hook off the back of it. And that's what he really needs to look out for, but you do need to look out for it because there's plenty behind it. There's a right hand from Clarke that sends sweat spraying all over our side of the ring.
Yeah, I think he's also said the double jab's good, but let me see the right hand now behind that. You know, body or head.
Steps in with a jab, Frazer Clarke, little feint. Wach's trying to use that lead hand himself every now and again, but to no great effect. Managed to ride that right hand fairly effectively, though, the pole. But he's got good distance there, Frazer Clarke. That right hand cannoned into the gloves, but the biting point of it was good.
Wach quite slow and predictable with that jab. I'd see Frazer try and time it and come over the top of it.
Goes down to the body with the right hand, then jabs to the head. Just trying to move that up and down the point of attack. It's unlikely that you're going to take someone like Wach out with one shot. Single punch knockouts are extremely rare as it is, but against somebody this size, it makes it that much more difficult. So, as I said at the start, you want to book in for a long job, chip away.
Yeah, I think he's doing the right thing, Frazer, targeting the body with the straight right hand, even the jabs to the body. Just keep touching him downstairs every opportunity you get. Bring his hands down as well, and then, you know, jabs to the body, right hand to the head will work.
Tries to get that right hand off on the inside. That was decent, right to the body. And then left hand upstairs. And again, just moving in with that jab, keeping his feet underneath him. And looks to try and lasso that right hand in around the back of the left glove of Wach. It's been a good, methodical start through the first 6 minutes for the home fighter. I saw him box here in WSB a few times, Frazer Clarke, the 5-round format that they used to have in the amateurs. Brilliant competition. Might be making a comeback. An Italian fighter called Guido Vianello put him down once, actually, with a straight left hand, and he won't thank me for mentioning it. It was one of those knockdowns where he got up so quickly, it was like he was trying to pretend it never really happened. But he had a very good record in that longer amateur duration. Very good indeed. Good right hand there from Clarke. There's that right hand that Angel Fernandez has warned about. There wasn't too much in that one.
I can't afford to switch off, though, Frazer, because, you know, that's two right hands he has thrown there back, and, you know, big man carrying a lot of weight.
Every now and again, when he feels he's in range back, he'll just let it go, won't he? He'll just let it go, hoping that something significant lands.
Yeah, good lead right hand there from Frazer. That was a good shot from him. Sent the sweat flying from back.
That's a good right hand from Mariusz. Wach stood nice and tall and kind of chopped down with it. And as you say, he cannot get careless. Angel Fernandez was making that point in the corner. This is heavyweight boxing. You are going to get hit. You just don't want to be giving anything away. Good body work there from Frazer Clarke.
Good shot. Nice right hand there from Frazer. Needs to get a bit of room now. Maybe target the body. Good body shots.
The right hand was clever, wasn't it? Because he just dipped his knees, and with his eyes, he looked like he was going to the body and then went up to the head. He's banging away right on the belt line there. And Wach just looking at the referees, bang on the belt line. It depends what instructions the referee's given. If he says the belt is okay, then the belt is okay.
Yeah, I thought they were okay. I didn't think they were low.
He's just turning the screw a bit here in the final stages of round 3. Nothing too dramatic, but
Just not putting the pace.
Exactly, he was just putting them together a bit more, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. It was like one of those awkward occasions where you're walking along the pavement and you all just start moving in each other's way.
Yeah, those right hands that Wach was catching Frazer. So yeah, he can't afford to switch off with his own defences, but that was good. Landing the right hand and rolling out underneath. Onto the left hook from Wach. See, landing the right hook and then, yeah, rolling underneath the counter left hook. So good work from Frazer there.
Well, no one really wanted to give any ground there. And they're such huge figures, there wasn't an easy route out of it all, but the referee managed to get them to manoeuvre around each other eventually. There's that triple jab, and again, the feet are good. He's moving in with it, distracting Wach almost, and then going with the right hand down to the body. Leading off with a left hook that time, Clarke didn't manage to land it. Wach just shifting his weight onto the back foot, makes that jab fall short. He's not the easiest to hit clean. The referee just pushing them apart. I thought he might have a little word about that one. Wach wasn't impressed. He felt it was around the back of the head. Bit messy in round 4.
Yeah.
These two just falling into the clinch a bit too often, maybe.
Yeah, a little bit too much clinching here. Both of them smothering their work. Get a bit untidy.
The referee just speaking to the pair of them about exactly that, I think. And for Wach, getting a hold of Frazer Clarke and leaning on him, that's not a bad idea because it ties him up. It means that he can't really do too much to you, and it will take something out of him because you've got nearly 21 stone weighing you down. And there, Wach just pinning that blue glove of Frazer Clarke on the near side there. You see that, you just see him clamp down with the elbow, pins the arm. fighters will usually try and do it on the blind side of the ref, walk him around, as I say, lean into him, lean on him, just old school him a bit. That's what Wach's trying to do here more, I think, in this round.
I think spoil, don't let him get in a rhythm and run the clock down. It's kind of perfect for Wach. You know, that's where, you know, Frazer's got to be the one, though, to create that room. Don't let Wach get a hold of him and smother and hold and pull and drag. He needs to keep it tidy.
Okay, let's go down to ringside. Andy is with Jamie, TKB.
Jamie, I'm not going to mess about here. You're not backwards in coming forwards. You're here because you want the winner of this fight, and really you want Frazer Clarke.
Of course, you know, down the line, I know me and Frazer are going to get on. It will be a great fight.
What are you making of his performance so far?
So far, so good. I can see him taking his time. You know, it's a 10-rounder, his first 10-rounder, so he's taking his time. He's pacing himself well. But so far, the punch selection's been good, and he's picking the shots quite well. So he's winning quite easy. It's comfortable for him.
It's a bit of a chopping down a tree job in terms of Mariusz, Wach. I don't want to put you on the spot, but if he keeps chopping down, could he fell this tree?
Well, if he keeps chopping it down, he can, but I feel like he needs to stay on the inside and take it to him. Keeping it at a distance isn't good for him. He needs to take it to him, go and take the fight to Mariusz.
Good to see you tonight.
Good to see you too.
It's interesting that, isn't it, what he said there, Matt, because if Frazer keeps it more on the outside, then he's going to win this fight, and he's going to win it comfortably. But maybe Jamie's right there. If he does want to try and get the stoppage, he's going to have to get up a little bit closer, hold those feet a little bit more, and put himself just slightly more in harm's way, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do just yet. I think he can land better shots at distance like that one just there. I think when he gets up close, he's allowing Wach the opportunity to grab hold of him, get into clinches, lean on him, you know, pull and drag and make it untidy and scrappy, where I think when he's got it at range, I think he's got the better straight shots, Frazer.
And just dipping Clarke there as Wach tried to let that right hand go. Of the two of them, he's actually slightly the taller Mariusz Wach, but he doesn't box as tall as Clarke does. Clarke looks to use the reach that comes with his height. Wach, not so much. That's a decent combination, and then the right hand did just get through around the back of the guard, and again there, that's worked for him so far tonight. Working to the body, Wach just trying to clip him on the top of the head. Trying to lead off with the uppercut there. He was quite a way short, but just followed it straight in. So Wach didn't really have a chance to make him pay for it inside the final minute. Wach with his mouth open. Hasn't thrown too many in this round, but did open up there and got hit with a right hand for his trouble.
Yeah, Frazer nailed him with a good right hand as he came in there. Wach went to really committed to the right hand himself. Frazer beat him to the punch.
And it's those kinds of punches that can put a dent in anybody, really. If your opponent's opening out and you catch them as they're on their way in, as they're looking to throw their own shot, then you can hurt them. Otherwise, somebody like Wach is going to be difficult to get to because he's pretty good at riding the punches on the inside. He almost just lets his body go kind of limp and just leans it right on you, all over you, but lets his right hand go there.
That's what you need to do. Long shot. On the inside, hit the body, and then upstairs. Don't just look for the right hand over, bro. He takes them shots, bro. If you go with the right hand over, go with the left downstairs. You have to switch something up, man.
And that's maybe the most solid blow he's landed so far, because Wach was just looking to try and get his own right hand off at the time. Advice from Angel Fernandez in the corner. Matt, was pretty much keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, he's winning, he's in control. You know, he landed a good right hand that we've seen there when he walked back onto it, but didn't really have too much of an effect on Wach. So I think, yeah, it's I don't think he's going to take him out of there with one shot. I think he has to just keep chipping away at him.
He's landed a couple of juddering body shots right at the start of round 6, the second one in particular. You could hear it around ringside. Just dipped his knees and got full power into it. Maybe now just trying to tempt back into the corner. He's taken these body shots well so far, Mariusz Wach. We're in round 6, 4 to go after this. He might start to feel them down the stretch, but no signs just yet. Another good solid right hand. Just leaning on a little bit there, Frazer Clarke. He's working hard. Just possible he's beginning to feel this a little bit himself here, just nicking a few seconds rest possibly.
Yeah, well, it's his first 10 rounder, so he'll definitely be mindful of that. And like I say, he'll want to make sure that he's conserving energy. You know, he needs to do enough that he's winning the rounds. And if he hurts back, absolutely put your foot on the gas, but you don't want to blow a gasket either and pay the price later on. So he's always got to make sure he's saving a little bit.
Again, a nice sharp left hand to the body. Just dropping that lead hand there, Frazer Clarke. Again, looking to try and open Wach up, tempt him to throw. And it's a hot night to be hauling 21 stone around the ring. Mariusz Wach just heaving the breath in there, but he's looking okay.
Yeah, I mean, he got nailed with some right hands. He got nailed with quite a few body shots as well back, but he's been around the block many, many times. Knows how to get through the rounds, knows how to look after himself.
Frazer Clarke was up at GB in Sheffield recently, just talking to the current team because they're off to the European Games. Soon that will be an Olympic qualifier, so very best of luck to them. All sorts going on at the elite international amateur level. The politics is fairly indecipherable at times, but that is an Olympic qualifier, and they've all got their sights firmly set on Paris 2024. Such a successful team that Clarke was part of in Tokyo. That'll be hard to live up to, but they've returned a good number of medals in recent Olympics. That left hand bang on the belt line, and again Wach just shakes his head at the referee there. But as I said before, it depends on the instructions. Some referees will say nothing below the top of the belt line. Others will say the belt is fine, and they will tell you before the start of the fight. So if you said the belt line's fine and you keep getting banged on the belt line, then you don't really have any cause of a complaint. Good couple of right hands there from Wach, and let's go with the left as well. Frazer Clarke just leaning in, bit of success there for the pole.
I wonder, is Frazer feeling the pace here a little bit? It's the furthest he's been in his professional career. And against, you know, the most experienced opponent he's fought as well.
There's that arcing right hand. I would say he will be, because in with someone like this, we've been talking about it at times, what Wach's really good at, you don't even really notice it unless you're really looking for it, is that when they're in a position like this, he's not really doing it at the minute, but he does it now, he just leans forward. He's not really doing anything, but there's 21 stone of him, and he leaves all of it on top of you.
Nice jab to the body from Frazer. Let's see the further right hand after that.
Just a feint with the jab and wasn't in any kind of position really, so just crabbed forward and took himself out of harm's way there. Final few seconds of round 7.
Yeah, in fact, just fell short there with the right hand, but again, just a sign that Frazer can't afford to switch off.
Lands that right hand again, very similar to the one we saw in the previous round. Wach was just trying to open out himself.
How you feel? Huh? Friends, if you did...
Yeah, just getting caught with a few right hands there, and back then trying to put some shots together. So just a reminder to Frazer, can't afford to switch off, to stay sharp.
Nie wiem, ale też się z nim cieszę, bo szkoda zdrowia. Próbuj budować coś, to będzie break, lewy, prawy. Patrzcie, jest blisko, Mariusz.
3 rounds to go. The schedule for 10 in heavyweight division. Frazer Clarke, big Frazer on the left there. Mariusz Wach on the right. We were thinking during the week of the litany of top heavyweights who boxed at this venue, and it is quite a list. Lennox Lewis, Anthony Joshua, Tim Witherspoon, David Haye, John Ruiz, Hervey Hyde, Usyk, of course, against Joe Joyce in WSB. Nikolai Valuev, who David Haye beat to win his world title. Tyson Fury, whose younger brother Roman was on the card earlier on, put in a good performance. Big right hand again there. And Wach has managed to take them so far without any particular problem.
He's kind of smothered his work there unnecessarily, Frazer. Kind of fell in on his punches.
Right hand just half gets through the guard. He's looking to measure it again there. Didn't let it go that time, heading into the final minute of round 8. on the inside there from Wach was a decent shot.
I think the jab to the body, right hand to the head worked well here, Frazer. I think Wach's wide open for that shot.
Nice right hand on the inside there, just dipped his knees as Wach came in. Maybe he didn't land absolutely clean, but if it had, that could have been interesting. Okay, let's go over to the far side of the ring. Richard Reakpor is with Andy.
Richard, you've been in camp all the way through with Frazer. How do you feel he's performing?
I think he's doing good. He's doing good. He needs to just switch on a little bit more, making a little bit of mistakes. But you know, at this level, one mistake could be fatal.
It's a learning curve. The first time you did 10, or the first time you went past 8, what's it like? What's going through your mind?
I was a rabbit in the headlights. But you know, you get used to it over time, and yeah, it's just a normal thing. You have to go through these experiences, and you get confidence, and you understand what to do and how to maneuver. But he's doing decent. He's doing really well.
And the fighter in you, at this point, do you realise that Mariusz Wach, barring something big, may well be a stayer in this one?
You know what? I believe he's going to get the job done, good fashion, and they just need to keep switched on, and that's it. Simple.
Top man, Richard, good to see you.
Good.
So a couple to go. And he's won every round here, you would say, Frazer Clarke, so far. And the idea was that he would get rounds in. That's what they wanted for him. And they've definitely got their wish. A long right hand.
Yeah, you want to see him get the rounds in, and you want to see him finishing strong as well.
Always just trying to get away with those little clubbing shots on the inside there, Wach. Jab went up to the head, right hand into the body, and Wach has soaked all of that body work up. Bit of discoloration around his right eye, but nothing too bad. Not a mark at all on Frazer Clarke, who again just looks to let that right hand go. I think he'll know by now that he's not going to get Mariusz Wach out of there unless something spectacular happens. Checked his chin there, though, as he pushed it back into the ropes.
I mean, beforehand, Frazer Clarke and his team would, you know, if they were being honest, they'd love to get the stoppage to make that kind of statement. But in terms of his development, going 10 rounds is actually a good thing.
And that was a decent combination again there. Every now and again, Wach, who, as I say, does stand pretty tall, just sways a little bit under attack, but it's not been any more than that. And that sway at times is half him just taking his weight a little bit back and riding the punches, taking that little bit of sting out of them.
You know, when you think that Frazer's up, this is only his 7th professional fight, and a couple of those fights he has had were non-events, really. So he's had very limited experience in a stop-start career. So he'll have gained more, learned more in this fight than the rest of his career put together.
I think that's a fair statement, and I think that this is what they wanted for him tonight. As you said, a statement stoppage would be great, but this was always likely to go down the stretch.
3 rounds, yeah? 3 rounds. 3 minutes. He's gonna come, yeah? Do not allow this man to get in the center of the ring, yeah? Start with the jab to push him back and keep him on the ropes. And on the ropes, 2 phases now, yeah? 2 phases, okay? Jab upstairs, hit downstairs. Jab upstairs, to the side. If it's here, to the arm. 3 minutes, jump. 3 minutes, okay? Come on,
I think Angel Fernandez made him panic a bit there to start with, because he said 3 rounds, and Frazer Clarke sat on his stool just thinking, hang on a second. Hang on a second. 3 minutes is what we've got remaining here. 10th and final round. Frazer Clarke in the red shorts, Mariusz Wach in the white. Wach in fight number 47. Has been in with some big hitters. Very few people have managed to stop him.
Good shot.
That was a quality right hand, just pulled back, bounced off that back foot, through the right hand, and Wach just gobbled it up. Good hand speed there from Frazer Clarke, and it'd be nice to see him just, as you said, Matt, just finish strong.
Yeah, because, you know, if he kind of died to death in the last couple of rounds, it'd be a little bit concerning as you're looking to move him towards title fights. So, yeah, the fact it's a 10th round, you want to see him finish in the 10th round with, you know, plenty left in the tank, or certainly some left in the tank anyway.
Good combinations off the ropes again there from Clarke. Digs into the body with that left. I mentioned the Wach is quite a lot heavier these days than he was, say, 10 years ago or so when he was boxing Vladimir Klitschko, but his fitness to fight is still there. He covers up well, he rides the punches well enough, and he's going to get through this 10 rounds, and there is plenty more work out there for him, I'm sure, if he wants it. Another decent 1-2, just moving around the target there. Clarke fired the jab off the back of it. A little bit of damage to that left eye there of Wach, who has taken some solid blows. Right hand got through there from Mariusz Wach. Frazer Clarke just gave him an opportunity there. But he's not looked in any kind of trouble throughout the course of this fight, Clarke. He's not looked hurt at any stage, and there was maybe a little bit of a dip around about round 7. But he's boxed at a decent pace. The punch output has been good throughout the course of the half an hour. It is very hot in here. Every fighter who's been in there tonight will tell you that it's been a different kind of experience, and there goes the final bell.
Yeah, you know, that's a big box tick. 10 rounds against a very experienced, crafty, old pro. Been around, and like I say, he's probably learned more in that 10 rounds tonight than in the rest of his professional career so far put together.
As you say, just good to get that 10-round duration under your belt, and to be in a fight long enough where you need a bit of a second wind. It must be reassuring to know that comes, that's there, because he did have that little dip. It wasn't anything major, but then he finished nice and strong.
Yeah, like I said, I think it was around the 6th or 7th, and it was probably unknown territory for him, and yeah, he did dip a little bit, but he got a second wind and finished okay there in the 10th round, landed some good shots. like I say, you look at his career, it's been stop-start. He's had a few absolute non-events in terms of opponents being really poor. So, all things considered, I think it's a good day in the office for him.
And I'm pretty sure that that's the score we're going to see returned as well. 10 rounds to 0 in favour of Frazer Clarke.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 full rounds, we go to referee Mark Bates for the official decision. He sees the contest 100-90. Declaring your winner and still undefeated, Big Frazer Clarke.
Big Frazer, congratulations, well done. 100-90, so every round on the card. Only 4 have managed to get him out of there. So you don't join that exclusive club, but how did you feel in your first 10-rounder?
I think I started off well. Definitely faded. You know, I'm not one for excuses, but anyone will tell you it's extremely hot in here, and I just felt sapped. But you know, there's a lot of things I did right, a lot of things I did wrong, and I just want to take this chance because I'm a decent and proud man. Well done to Ben Shalom, well done to Will Harvey and 258 for making that decision, because as it's seen, I'm not saying I would have lost, but I can definitely be better. So, you know, I take that one on the chest. I was an eager beaver. People could say Olympian and whatnot, but them 10 rounds, 12 rounds, they're a lot different. So I'll go back and work on myself. And like I say, you know, sometimes a little thing to everyone. It's good to listen to knowledge.
He's a very tough man, and you hit him clean a couple of times. Did you ever get the sense that he could go? You know now why he has been so hard to stop.
Yeah, if I'd have doubled them attacks, maybe. But I was very guilty of falling in, smothering my work, and when Mariusz Wach ties you up, he's a difficult one to shift.
It's one for your team, really, and something for you to go away and digest. Another 10-rounder. I mean, you were talking titles before this, which are up at 12, most of them. So would you happily now just campaign at 10 and get a few more under your belt, or is it up to 12? Now, they say now you've done 10, you can do 12. I mean, that's easy for me to say.
Listen, if the opportunity comes, people will tell you I'm a fighting man, and I won't say no. But I'll definitely go back to the gym and work on doing these longer rounds. Like I say, you know, it's been a media storm over the last few weeks. It wasn't helpful, but I'm going to pat myself on the back for getting in there tonight dealing with it, because I know a lot of people that would have crumbled.
Yeah, very well said. I mean, interesting. Didn't think we'd be having such a frank and open discussion, but that is what you and the guys have been saying behind closed doors. You can't buy experience of professional rounds, and yes, it's very hot tonight, but you must be delighted to see him get 10 up. People want stoppages, but 10 rounds, you can't buy that.
Yeah, he started off well, and I was worried it was going to go short. Mission accomplished. You know, you can't buy that experience. It doesn't matter what he's done in the amateurs. This is his 7th pro fight. It's not just the stamina, it's the concentration. It's so hot in here. He's been in there with someone experienced and done the rounds and completed it. And it has a lot to look back on and improve, and yeah, delighted for him. It was the right decision.
May I ask an unfair question and say, you know, would negotiations start up again with Fabio Wardley and his team? Is that a conversation you're prepared to have?
Look, there's an offer already with them. I think Fabio might have liked to catch Frazer early. I think maybe now he'll want the fights a little less. Now he's got those 10 rounds. And
look, I got tired after 6. Come on, come fight me. Let's do it.
That's your message.
You know, in the not too distant future, I think it's one of them fights now that there's a lot of demand on. People will be saying they can flatten me now even more than they have been. So there's only one way to prove it, and that's us both to compete.
Yeah, you've got a big set of shoulders. How are you coping with the fact that you're a little bit of a public enemy #1 for those guys?
I'll be public enemy #1 again tonight, but I'm a good man. I live right. I do right by God, right by my family. Judge me at that.
Well said. One more quickly. When will we see him next?
September. We want to get him active. A good fighter is an active fighter, and as I say, I thought he did really well, and I'm delighted.
Well done.
Thank you.